Hey guys, you've all seen terrible Chinese cars that are clear rip-offs of American or European brands. However funny and ridiculous Chinese designers are, this is not the first instance of the car industry suffering from a clear case of imitation. It's happened many times before. Car companies have spied and stolen each other's designs since the beginning of the motoring age. Not that long ago, Japanese manufacturers were the ones hijacking American and European designs and making a living out of them. Back in the day when Japanese car brands were in the midst of global expansion, they needed products that will appeal to American and European customers. The mechanics were not a problem, but the designs were. So there was only one logical solution: plagiarism. There were countless cases of Japanese brands making conspicuously similar cars to well-known American and European models. Today, we will tell you a bit more about 7 of the most flagrant examples, although there are many more out there. Number 1. The Toyota Celica and the Ford Mustang. The first Celica, the A20, was introduced as an affordable sports car with dynamic styling and performance. Toyota didn't get the performance part quite right, since the A20 Celica only had a 4-cylinder engine, but the styling part was spot on. This was because Toyota ripped off the Ford Mustang's styling. This is even more obvious when you take a look at the fastback version of the 70s Celica and the late 60s version of the Mustang with the same silhouette, roofline, and rear lights. Number 2. The Lexus LS400 and the Mercedes S-Class W140. The first Lexus ever produced was the 1990 LS400 flagship model, powered by a 4-liter V8 engine. The intention behind this car and the newly introduced Lexus brand was simple: to make the world's best luxury car. The only problem was the fact that the pride and joy of the Toyota Motor Corporation looked a bit too much like the 1990s Mercedes S-Class W140, the flagship sedan from Stuttgart. We guess that the old saying about imitation being the sincerest form of flattery is true after all. Number 3. The Toyota Land Cruiser FJ40 and Willys Jeep. The Willys Jeep defined the off-road class in the early days of all-terrain vehicles. It is no surprise then that almost all contemporary off-road vehicles borrowed something from this legendary car. The first Nissan Patrol was almost an exact copy, but the everlasting Toyota Land Cruiser FJ40 was the most famous Jeep lookalike. Apart from visual resemblance, Toyota copied some of the technical features as well. Number 4. The Toyota MR2 and the Porsche Boxster. The Toyota MR2 has always been an immensely interesting car. Mid-engine layout, 2-seat configuration, precision steering, and handling, it's a proper driver's machine. Its third generation was a continuation of the same idea, but with a bit more power and performance. The only problem was that it looked too much like a Porsche Boxster, which was introduced 3 years before the MR2 Mark III. The Porsche also happened to be more powerful and had better handling. Number 5. The Daihatsu Geno and the Mini. The Japanese K-car category is an obscure part of the motoring world, full of crazy creations with tiny engines. Since the Japanese car industry borrowed so much from British motoring heritage, it's no surprise that Daihatsu's engineers decided to introduce a new Mini-inspired compact car with their Geno. Although the Geno is a bit taller, the resemblance, especially in the front of the vehicle, is remarkable. Number 6. The Toyota Mega Cruiser and the Hummer H1. This one needs no explanation, really. The level of similarity between these two vehicles is so great that one can easily mistake the copy for the original and vice versa. You all know the Hummer H1, a military vehicle turned street-legal SUV from the early 90s, famous for its appearance in Gulf Wars and MTV's hip-hop videos alike. While the Hummer H1 fought Saddam Hussein in the deserts in the Middle East, Toyota was paying attention and introduced its Mega Cruiser model in 1995. It is used as a military vehicle as well, with limited edition street-legal models produced too. Coincidence? We don't think so. Number 7. The Honda FR-V and the Mercedes A-Class. When Mercedes introduced the A-Class in 1997, it made history with one of the most controversial cars of the decade. In 2004, it presented the second generation, which was much more mature, had better handling, and was a comfortable luxury compact car. It was just a matter of time before some of the Japanese brands would make similar cars, and that happened very soon when Honda debuted the FR-V that same year. Just look at the front fascia, the profile and the details. It is evident that Honda's designers took the spy shots of the Mercedes A-Class during testing and then made the FRV after those images. We bet it saved them a lot of time and money to copy a design that they knew would work. So there you are. Thanks for watching. Cheers!
Fight!